Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Step in the booth, yeah, the gloves hit the floor. Mike got the questions, Mish always wants more. Breaking down the fights, every jab, every scar. Talking BKFC, taking fans behind the bar. From the weigh-ins to the walk, they don't miss a beat. Giving fighters real shine, every episode's heat. No fake headlines, just respect for the game. Building up the sport while they building their name. Mike and Mish, yeah, they bringing that fire. Talking bare knuckle, taking fans up higher. From the first bell ring to the last KO. If you love the fight game, that's the place to go. Mike and Mish, keeping it real every show. Everybody tuning in, cause they already know. From the locker room talk to the champions glow. Mike and Mish got the whole scene in toes. Microphones up like it's fight night lights. Every interview packed with the stories and fights. Respect for the legends, love for the new. Giving every fighter a platform to break through. Fans in the comments, everybody locked in. Predicting every battle before they begin. Whether underdog hard or a title on the line. Mike and Mish keep the spotlight shining every time. No gloves, no fear, just grit and pride. Every punch tells a story, they're along for the ride. Win or lose, they salute the sacrifice. Cause stepping in that circle means you're paying the price. Mike and Mish, yeah, they're bringing that fire. Talking bare knuckle, taking fans up higher. From the first bell ring to the last KO. If you love the fight game, that's the place to go. Mike and Mish, keeping it real every show. Everybody tuning in, cause they already know. From the locker room talk to the champions glow. Mike and Mish got the whole scene in toes. Mike and Mish, Mike and Mish, Mike and Mish, Mike and Mish.
Yeah, buddy. We are back.
Hey.
What's up,
going on?
Kyle? How's it going, man? We are back. We just had an exciting weekend at Mohegan Sun. The fights were great. Mohegan friggin' after party at Comics Roadhouse was fantastic. I had a blast. I'm still going right now. Just got off that friggin' mechanical bull 5 minutes ago. Just come do the show.
When did you get your voice back, Mike?
Probably sometime when, it was Tuesday. Probably Tuesday afternoon-ish. It started coming back, man. That thing was going.
It was a good time, man. It was, a lot of people came out, a lot of fighters, a lot of fight teams came out to the after party. Comics Roadhouse was definitely jam-packed. It was fucking awesome. And we're definitely going to go back and do it again. Shout out to the Fight Don, too, for helping us host the party. Jeff Picard,
Yeah.
he is the Fight Don. So we're gonna do a lot more of those. I think that's gonna be the beginning of a beautiful relationship there.
Yeah.
The event,
dude.
The event
I was gonna
itself.
say the friggin' after parties at Tom's were great. We'll never forget about them. But comics is the way to go now. It's the new thing. There's no more Toms there at Mohegan, man. And I just think that the atmosphere at this place is way different, right? Like the bull, they got beer pong, they got live bands, they got dancers, they got it's crazy. They got comedy shows.
Yeah, good food too.
Good food.
The food was really good. Yeah, TJ Miller was performing that night just by coincidence. Mike and I had a little hangout session with TJ Miller down in Miami a few years back. And funny story, I went up to TJ the other night at the party and I said, "Hey, TJ," I said, "do you remember me and Mike?" And he's like looking at me and I go, "We met you a few years ago in Miami at the Improv place." And he goes, "You guys were with the rugged beauty, Crystal
Yeah, he
Pittman."
said the rugged beauty.
I go,
That's
"Oh,
what
yeah, you fucking remember her. That's right. Yep, you remember her. Therefore, you remember us." Very nice. Thank you, Crystal, for letting him remember us.
Yeah, it just
Can't forget
burned
her.
a memory into his mind.
Yeah, it was a great night. And dude, and shout out to our first guest of the night, who we'll bring on in a minute here. But Bryce Henry was there, Joe Creer, Britton Hart, Alexandra Ballou, Matt Denning, Brandon Bushaw, Joey Gambino. A lot of the fighters came over there, spent a lot of time with the fans, and had a good time, dude. And and I was saying this to Mike, I've gotten I've gotten used to this smell, but like a few of them were still bleeding from their faces actively
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
were
yeah.
in that after party. And I'm sitting there like, I'm getting it's kind of packed in there and I'm having a conversation with like Alexandra Blue and all I can smell is fucking nickels. Dude, that metallic smell of blood was just like
Yeah.
hitting me in the face like a ton of bricks. And then I go over and I'm talking to Brandon Bushaw and I got the same thing. Brandon's got blood, like little trickles of blood all over his face and in his mouth and stuff. And like you could just smell that metallic smell, dude. It's just part of the fight world. And we've been in it so long. I don't know if anybody else there that was talking to those fighters were like recognizing that, but like over the 6 years of us doing this and me doing like microphone interviews with them and me being 2 feet away from their face, I've gotten like real used to that smell. And it's very noticeable, dude, especially at those parties for sure.
Dude, those are the smells of fight night. The smells of fight night. And the smells of fight night is going to be mixed with the smell of MLB this weekend. The freaking field, the grass, the old
Yeah,
scent
unbelievable. We're
of
gonna be
Fenway Park, man. How crazy is that? That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird and awesome all at the same time.
this is I know this is huge for the BKFC, but I feel it as huge for us as it is for the BKFC because like me personally, I grew up, like I said, I grew up going to Fenway Park. I freaking love that place. I may not be from Boston, but I'm only an hour away from Fenway, and I made many,
Those are
many
our
trips to
teams,
that
man.
freaking place. And yeah, that's where I grew up watching baseball, and I love it. And we're gonna be down on the field doing interviews with fighters and stuff. It's surreal. It's unbelievable. I can't wait. They had a press conference today. That thing was jumping too. Like Pete Barrett and Kai almost got into it. Rob Perez and Guillermo Viena got separated again.
Oh yeah.
Christine
That
Faria was
happened
doing
fast.
Christine Faria and what the hell's her name? I'm
So Landy.
her opponent,
Landy.
Sophia. Is it Sophia Landy?
Yeah. Sophie Landy.
They talked. Yeah, Sophie Landy. They had a little shit talk going back and forth today to hype up that fight too. So it was kind of a good press conference. I was a little disappointed in the media, the media presence there. There could have been more media there that we could have maybe contributed a little bit, but we didn't find out about the thing until last minute. So it is what it is, man. But it's going to be a great event. But why don't we do this, Mike? Our first guest of the evening was victorious over the weekend over the number one contender in the welterweight division. He beat Trinidad Snake pretty easily and proved that he's that guy in that welterweight division. 6'3", 80-inch reach, 8-0 record. Just looks like he's a puzzle that is yet to be solved in that division by anybody. And the only two people left in that division that can try to solve it are the champ and the interim champ. So what do you say we go ahead and bring in Baba Yaga and have a conversation?
Yes, sir. Let's go. When we come back, we will be joined by the one and only Bryce Henry. Let's go. Oh, there he is.
Look at this guy. Look at you. Did you get in a fight this weekend?
Nah, man. I heard you talk earlier about, you said after party about blood earlier. Did you smell me?
No, it did not. No, the only thing that was on you was a bag of melting ice strapped to your hand. That's about it.
Got a lot better from back then. I mean, it's still a little messed up, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Bryce, it was like you just heard me on the intro to you there. You're 8-0 now. You were 7-0 going into a fight with a guy who was 7-1 in the division, who only lost to the champ, Austin Trout. I don't know who's the guy that's going to be able to solve the Baba Yaga mystery here, but I think the future is very bright for you, my friend.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it highly. Oh, and I say, the only person that could beat me, I would say myself. That's pretty much it.
So you're saying you don't think anybody's going to be able to solve this puzzle, and I'm not surprised at all. Why would you, right?
Nope.
Why would you? Man, you went out there, and I was talking to Kyle before the show. And as a fan of many fighters out there, and we try to be non-biased and to be, before the fight, after the fight, whatever, right? We're trying to be professional and not pick fighters. It's just not the way that it should go.
Mhm.
But like, I like to think that this is going to be a competitive fight. Like, so when we're talking to you and him, the weigh-ins, during the weigh-ins, or after the weigh-ins, I should say, you're just so like nonchalant and confident, and you're not even actually too cocky about it. You're just kind of just like, no, this is going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to go in there and win and whatever. And in my head, I'm like, I totally believe you can win the fight. Absolutely. But I'm like, I thought this fight would be a little bit more competitive for you. But then you go in and you put on a really good show, obviously, and then you come out pretty much unscathed and call out the whole fucking world afterwards. So you,
Who I call? It's only two people I really want. It's either Juggernaut, you heard that, but I really want Mundell. Both of them got a belt. They both have something that I want and I need it. So either one could get it. To be honest, I could both they ass the same night if I could, but one of them.
what makes
It-
so you've got the two contenders in your division, the two champs, really. They're champs. They should be having a unifying title match at some point, right? So probably not going to cut in before that. But you call out Mundell first, right? So we could start with Mundell. Where did that come from, the Mundell call out?
I mean, both the names you stated earlier, it was Franco and Pay. Neither of them want to fight me, so I said, shit. Until they unify, I get the winner. But before that's gonna be probably like next year for sure. But in the meantime, I can run it with Mundell. He could get it. I feel like anybody can get it, but I really want Mundell. He's right there. It's another weight class above me. He's going to fight what soon? September, I think. September something. We can run it in December. Rock. Why not? I rather fight him than wait. So let's do it. Let's run it.
Is the weight cut to 165 hard for you? Because you look like you're in great shape. You don't look like you're drawn or like struggling anytime you step on the scale at 165. But you're calling out guys like Mundell, who cuts from 205 down to 175, and you're in the Juggernaut's just a freak. He walks around like 230. He walks around like 230 and cuts to 185. So it's like you're 25 years old, you're young, you're athletic, you have a slim frame. Is the cut to 165 enough of a pain in the ass for you to be comfortable calling out 175ers and 185ers, or is it just that you don't want to wait for the 165 strap?
Nah, I mean, think about it. I've been sparring huge men at the age of 12, knocking out grown men at age of 12, 25 now. Like I said, bro, I be around Chino, Jeremy Smith, Juggernaut. All these guys are big, way bigger than me. But me, size doesn't matter because, like I said, at a young age, I was knocking grown men out. So, 175, that's nothing. 10 pounds, okay, boo hoo. Bro, it's a reason why I like hitting guys hard. You just seen why. But when I get up in weight, I ain't gonna lie, I might start laying these guys out left and right. Shit, why not? And Mundell's right there. Why not? Let's do it. Get the fans what they want. They've been saying his name. I'm like, shit, why not? No, he's right there. Let's do it.
I like it.
Well, why not
You
call
good,
out? Yeah, why not call out the number one guys? I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is like you're saying, and as everybody's seen, it does seem like a lot of people are either not signing, the company's not giving you the fights. I don't know what it is, but I think that there is a severe lack of, you know, giving you fights at the top of the heap, right?
Mhm.
In one weight class, right? Like stick into one weight class, giving you fights so that you can get up to the championship fight because clearly now you earn your way at least to the title shot or the interim title shot. But again, I feel like, yeah, it's going to pause here and you're going to have to go fight. So now I get it. I get why you would say, you know what? Give me a pound for pound number one. Give me the
I
3-weight world champion.
tried at 55. I'm trying at 65. I'm like, shit, why not go up and wait? I can always come back down. Like you said earlier, I'm always in shape. I stay ready. I can go back down easily or go up easily, bro. It doesn't matter. I fight any of those guys anytime, any day.
Dude.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, Bryce. Um, correct me if I'm wrong. Are all three of you guys under the same management? Isn't Juggernaut and Mondell also all in?
Now, I know for
So
sure
the reason
they're gonna. I don't know. I don't think Mundell.
he's not, for some reason I thought the whole Shift crew signed with All In, and I was going to ask you if that's the case. Does that make it easier for you to maybe be able to negotiate these fights? Because some people on the outside looking in would be like, why would the BKFC or why would they even entertain this conversation here? They have their own Juggernaut down at 165. They could keep him there and let him run roughshod down there. You get a superstar at 165. You got the Juggernaut at 185. Instead of mixing your superstars around, let them all run wild in their own division. But if you guys are all under one umbrella of management, maybe that is something that's easier to put together.
Why not? Like you said, with the same company, I by the same people. I think to me, I feel like it'd be easier. So you get anytime, anywhere, anytime. It don't matter.
Let me ask you this: why do you think it would be? You said something about 3 minutes ago that you said you would whoop Mundell and Juggernaut's ass in the same night. Now you're talking about a guy who's 14-1 with the most knockouts in BKFC history, who's a 3 division champion. You know what I mean? That's a bold statement saying that you could knock him out anyways. And then you throw in Mundell at the same time, who's what, 11-2 or 12-2, something like that. And he's basically only lost to Juggernaut and Hector Lombard in his entire career. So
Mhm.
what is it about Bryce Henry that makes you so special as a fighter? We all seen it, but I want to hear you tell us why you have the capabilities to beat 2 of those guys in the same night, or even one of them. What is it about those dudes that you think it's so easy?
Bro, like, I mean, bro, I've been around for a long time. 15 years is a long time in fighting. I came from boxing. Bro, like, I was at the top of boxing, and now I'm bringing boxing to bare knuckle. The thing about power is, Juggernaut has power. Mondale has power, but you have to connect for your power to work. Me, I'm 8-0, 7 finishes. That's my. I've been around for what, 3 years now in bare knuckle, bro. Come on, tell me now. 'Cause y'all see me fight. You seen them fight. You have to hit me to knock me out. I could just outpoint you and later on stop you. It's easy. I pretty much got the whole bare knuckle thing. Like I got it sealed. Like bro, I got it pinpointed like what to do. You see me just break down Carlos Trinidad Snake, who was the number one. He's the number one. I knew he wasn't nothing special. Like you said, I talked to you guys before the fight. I thought it was gonna be easy. My dad always told me like be like water, be like Bruce Lee. And that's what I did. I go in there calm, collected, and I did, and I got the job done.
It was pretty amazing, the knockout. Because we were talking to Gambino actually. So
Yeah.
Gambino had come over. We were in the corner where we do our interviews and stuff, and we're standing there on the floor. We're watching the fight, talking, and then this is why you always people, you're fans of bare knuckle. You don't turn away ever if the round is going, because we turn. I'm looking at Gambino. We're talking, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, everybody's screaming. So we turn over. Snake's on the ground. We're like, what the happened? What the hell? So he gets back up. Now I'm watching the fight, right? We're all looking. You just come forward. You throw your 1, 2. Right. You throw the left jab, and then you kind of threw like a feint little bit, and then boom, you followed it up with the right. And it happened so fast. I actually was watching, but still didn't see it. So I don't know how that's possible thing, but I did not see it. I was watching and did not see that punch actually land on him till the replay because it was so fast, dude. Like you were lightning fast, and anybody that was there definitely saw it. And so like props to that. A little bit of kudos, a little brown on my nose right here. Am I kissing your ass too much here? But here's the thing, right? Because you have all this talent, right? Because you're doing so good, you're undefeated. You're calling out the number 1 pound for pound. Do you think that the BKFC is promoting you enough?
Shit, to be honest, I think so. Everything has a time and place. Everything has a time and place for everything. It's not my timing, if they want to promote me or not, but it will soon come. I just sit back and do my job, and I let them do their job. I'm not gonna go at them like come at their necks wrong. Like I said, I just sit back and do my job. All I gotta do is wait and wait for that call. They feel like what they're doing is right. Hey, so be it. I'm just here. I'm just at the end of the day. I'm not on the politics. I just let them handle that. I'm just a fighter.
Yeah. So I mean, I asked that question because I don't see a lot of you. If I was a casual fan of BKFC, I wouldn't really know who you were until like obviously. So we bring a lot of people that we know to these fights. They didn't know you till they saw you at that event. Now some of them might not watch every event, but do they hear about you? Are they seeing you enough? That's what I wonder because. And maybe there is this. Maybe they're doing a little bit of the long game here because you did fight in the main event, right? So that's good. You're outside of Miami. That's a plus as well, right? So they're not just putting you in your hometown. They're trying to get you out there. So that is good. But I do think that right now, now's the time we need to start hitting that button, the Bryce Henry button, and start putting you out there because people need to know that you exist in this company. Because you're not a champ. You're not on the pound for pound right now. I do foresee that coming at some point, right? But those are the things that people tend to pick up, like who's the champ? Who's this person? Until it gets big enough, which it's getting big, where people are like, UFC, where everybody knows like the top 15, the top 10 of every division, like that. That's just not happening. So I do feel like you're right there to be making that jump into, I don't want to say stardom, but you know what I mean? Like you need to be a household name for BKFC at this point.
Agreed. But Brandon was still new. I'm not trying to rush things, but like I said, I'm on their timing. I think wrong. I'm just like I said, I'm just a fighter at the end of the day. But I agree with you 1,000%.
I think that now is the time that you can take a play out of the playbook of guys such as Kai Stewart, Brian El Gallo Duran, Jessica Borga. The fighters that Lorenzo Hunt used to do it for a long time. I'm naming these fighters because they were at every single event every event that Mike and I went to that they were not on the card fighting. Yeah. You would see Kai Stewart there in the audience taking pictures with people, getting his name out. Brian El Gallo Duran would freaking show up in Salt Lake City or LA or Albuquerque and just show his face there. Lorenzo Hunt became a household name in the BKFC. Yes, he was doing what you're doing, beating everybody they put in front of him. That is definitely a feather in the cap. But he was getting his ass to all these events and, letting people know he's there. This might be the time. And like you said, Mundell's fighting at the end of September on that Darren Till card out in Manchester, I think it is. Yeah. Maybe it's time for Bryce Henry and the boys to get on an airplane, fly overseas, and be in the audience, be front row at that event. Let the people in the UK see your face. Let them know who the American boy is that's 8'8" and killing everybody they put in front of them, and then make it be known when Dave Mundell wins that fight, if he wins that fight, that you want him next. I make a scene, dude. That's
You know
what
what's crazy?
everybody I named. Everybody I named. I don't know if that's in your personality or not, because you're a very well spoken, nice, reserved kid. But like maybe it's that time, dude. Maybe just unlock that character.
You know what's crazy? You say that? I'm actually gonna fly hey, and say he wins. Face action. Say that because I told the team we're actually like planning me to go out there and fly to him. Get in the ring and have a face off. It's crazy that you say that. Like, who your sources?
What's that?
So who's your sources? How do you know that? Like, 'cause, like we were planning to go to the UK to give a little face to face action. Like who's your sources? Like,
No source. Just our obsessed brains with this sport, and like I feel like we have seen it enough, and we've seen the development of all the talent in the BKFC enough that we know what the playbook is. And
nah,
and it is that time. It's that time to unlock Baba Yaga and let him loose, let him go.
I got you, man.
Just
But
don't go
no,
too overboard. You might get yourself in trouble.
that shit classy. He's gonna go out there, go to the UK. Hopefully he does win because he the one I actually does want. And if I get some of that face to face action, talk to him in person. I want that come out face to face. Let's see what you about for real, for real. Get the fans what they want, give me what I want, and shit. Knock off. You could possibly knock off the young guy who's up and coming.
Wow.
All right. So I questioned the audience here, and there's a few questions. I'm gonna start off with this one because I was gonna actually ask you this question. Right? This is a great question. Just not just because I was gonna ask you it, but this is good. We saw him, we actually saw him at the fights. Absent Minded wants to know, when are we gonna see your brother fight again?
Uh, so who knows? Bobby had his last fight at the Hard Rock. I broke his finger, his pinky, from knocking the guy out. So who knows? Like, I know his plans. I'm not just sort them out, but like, I too want Bobby back in the ring. But like, he only has 2 fights, and he broke something already. I have 8 fights. I don't broke nothing in my hands, so I'm gonna stay. I don't think he should stay. So we're just gonna see what's gonna happen.
All right. So next question is from Swervo Cuts, BKFC Barber.
Yeah.
You know him. I saw you start laughing. You must know him. All right. Swervo says, Bryce, what do you think opponents underestimate the most about you?
I'll say how big I am, fast I am. They see, even just now, like you see me smiling outside the ring, me smiling. I'm cool with everybody. I take pictures of the fans. I give them what they want. But as soon as I get in that ring, the whole mood and energy changes, bro. Like it just flips, and I guess in that moment, it like switches in the head. Like, oh yeah, this kid mean business for real, for real. But I say all those three.
Nice.
Nice.
Last one, right? From Big Ben 316. If you could make any fight a dream fight, who would you put in the ring?
Me and Lorenzo. Me and Lorenzo. I got to. Shout out to him. He's a GOAT. He like I said, he's been around for a long time. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. He did his thing and he's still doing his thing. But either him or Mundell, they gotta give me that smoke. I need that.
You know what's crazy about you at your
Oh,
age?
one more. One more. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say one more. And I might get some shit
Go
for it.
for it.
Me
Say that again.
versus Conor McGregor.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, who
I
wouldn't
don't think
want to
you're gonna
fight
get
Conor
shit for
McGregor?
that.
He's actually gonna love hearing that for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He's
You
also
know,
so I for sure I give him his flowers too. He's a GOAT. He did his thing. And like I said, he's still doing his thing, but like I said, he catch these hands too as well. So let's run it.
man, the other night when I was interviewing you, you were saying anybody can catch those. You damn near said you were gonna fight me, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go.
Still can't get it, motherfucker.
Nice.
I love it.
The Mike Show.
What I think is really great about you calling these guys out, and it's nothing again. Like we love Juggernaut and Mundell, and they are still top of the game for sure. But there is, and we don't know when that when that cutoff point is quite yet for these bare knuckle fighters that have come over from other sports and whatever, and they're fighting into their 40s now, right? And Juggernaut's my age. I think he's 44 years old. I think we're the same age. Eventually, he's gonna have to slow down and stop. And like the BKFC must see a guy like you and a guy like Kai and a guy like frickin' El Gallo and like see these guys in their 20s that could potentially put a belt over their shoulder and fucking carry this company for the next 10, 12 years. Whereas like Juggernaut just keeps beating everybody they put in front of, and eventually he's going to retire. You know what I mean? He's 44 years old. Like they could sell that story right there. Like the old lion versus the young lion, you know, like it's like the old dog versus the young lion type thing. They could definitely sell that, like out with the old in with the new. Is this kid good enough to knock down the guy who can't be knocked down? You know what I mean? It's like there's definitely storylines and selling points to this, and there are definitely reasons why I think the BKFC might look at a guy like you and be like, you know what, I'm interested in making those two fights for sure. Like, what better thing to do to put a strap on a 25-year-old's waist and fucking let him run wild?
No, they're for sure watching. They're for sure watching. You know, BKFC, you know, they could put me out there more. They for sure gonna do better. But hey, like I said, I'm just here. I'm a fighter. I would love to fight all these guys. Anybody can get it, anytime, anywhere. But like I said, you know, the time and place for everything. My time is coming soon.
Your time is definitely coming soon, my friend. And we're going to wrap up with you here, but we've been bringing back the speed round lately. We've been asking questions that are not so fight related, but we want to know, what does Baba Yaga, the young guy, do when he wakes up in the morning and he's got $10 million in his bank account? What's the first stupid purchase that you're going to go out and spend your money on? You wake up with 10 mil in the...
Yeah, I ain't buying shit. I'm gonna look at it and just probably like, oh shit, I already got this money, and then probably go like, I'm gonna go right back to sleep. The fuck, like that's how you go broke. You gotta save your money. That's how you get
What? There's not one thing you just really want that you would just be like, you know what? I got to get this. I'm gonna get a VR headset. I'm gonna get a Lamborghini. I'm gonna get a what? Something.
Nothing.
That's a lot of. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of money for them shits. Like, think about it. Once you
Some new boxing shoes.
I mean, that could come free. All that's free. Shoes, boxing gloves, all that's free, bro. Like, but realistically, I'll probably buy like probably a Cybertruck. I ain't gonna lie, probably a Cybertruck. I'll buy
There
that
you
for
go.
Do you guys know what
Yeah,
Joe
go.
Burrow? Do you know what Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals bought?
what?
For $3 million, he bought the fucking Batmobile from Batman Begins.
That's Bryce. That's what you're talking about right there.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what you're talking about
this
right
dude,
there.
you know the big tank looking one with the two wheels in the front?
Oh, the crazy one from the newer one.
Look,
Yeah.
dude, like the one that looks like it could drive through buildings and like that. Joe Burrow bought that fucking. You can look it up. Google that shit. Joe Burrow Batmobile, and look what this dude spent $3 million on. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, what the hell?
You just look it up.
I was gonna try to pull it up so I could bring it on the screen, but
all right. Well, while you're doing that, number 2, second question. Go to Mike.
What's something that you're terrible at?
That's a good one. A lot of shit I'm not. Baseball. Let's do that. Baseball for sure.
Yeah, no good on the diamond, huh?
I can hit. I can punch real good, and like my accuracy there's that shit. No.
It's fine. That's a tough game, and if you don't grow up playing it, it's not easy. It's no walk in the park for sure. Number 3, what's something you're way too competitive about that has nothing to do with fighting? Something that you're way too competitive about outside of fighting.
Oh, that's a good one. Hold on. That's a good one. Hold on. I know this shit supposed to be fast. That's a good one. Hold the fuck up.
Oh, while you're thinking about that, I thought of something you might be terrible at. Chess?
Oh, yeah. Oh boy.
Go to hell.
That was like, listen, that was one of the coolest fucking things ever. And you just move that one piece, so all the chess players are like, "You can't move that piece like that." They ain't even pay attention to anything else.
Or it
So
happens.
funny.
But like I was too focused. Ryan told me to do what he did. I fucked around and looked somewhere else, and I came back. I do what I seen in my peripheral. I said, fuck it. It happens.
Whatever. That was fantastic, though. Like that was awesome. That's something that no one's ever done. So
Don't
For
worry. It's
sure.
going to get better. It's going to get better. Don't worry. I tried the last fight, but my manager and my brother fucked that up bad. But
oh, that's funny. I wonder what it
All
was.
right. So
Can
what
you
were
tell
you
us?
too competitive? What was it? What are you too competitive about outside of fighting?
it's crazy because everything like I do outside of fucking fighting is like play basketball, and we get competitive on that. So basketball, shit. That's really much, yeah. About if it's not fighting, if it's outside of fighting, like say I'm home, I'm on a game, or I'm playing basketball, like or I'm asleep. So I probably say basketball or gaming.
Are you one of those dudes that's on a gamer on like gaming and like talking shit to anybody that's listening? Like you could be talking shit to like an 11-year-old kid somewhere, telling him you fucking knock out his father.
Nah, I tell him I'll find you. Keep playing, keep talking shit. I'll find you real quick. I ain't kind of like I get canceled. The shit I be saying. Go ahead.
All right.
Hey, I found the
Number
picture
4.
of that Batmobile before I read this. Look,
Oh, go ahead. Show it.
And I see what
there it is.
that shit is raw. But I went 3 million, bro. You got 10, and bro. 3 going like that? Nah, I can't do that.
No way.
It looks
Like
raw.
that's really cool. Yeah, but yeah, that's the type of stuff you're talking about. You're at 3 million.
Isn't that crazy? Like this dude can go outside. He can go out in his driveway and jump in that fucking thing. And
That
what are you
is-
gonna do with that? You gonna drive that to the supermarket? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, yeah.
Taking when you die. It don't matter.
It's like cool for a
crazy.
couple days, and then you're like, all right, what am I doing with this thing?
Yeah.
All right, where's it? Question number 4, Kyle. Where is it at? Number 4, name a movie you could watch 100 times and never get sick of.
The new Spider-Man.
Really? Kyle said he
The
likes
newest
that movie
one.
too, right?
Yep. Or Deadpool. Any of them.
Good answers, dude. Fucking, and he had those answers right off the rip. I like that. That is speed round shit right there.
So since you like Deadpool, were you excited that you saw T.J. Miller there? Isn't that was crazy?
Or any Jackass movie.
Oh my God, the Jackass movies are the fucking best. I was at school a few years ago for the military, and
Yeah.
me and my buddy went to the movies. We actually saw the newer Batman that they came out with, right? And then the Jackass movie came out shortly after, like a week later or something. I hadn't laughed so hard in a movie theater since I was like early 20s, man. I was dying laughing, crying in that movie theater. You know when you laugh so hard you can't breathe, like nothing's coming out? You're not even making a noise. I was laughing so hard, man. And right in the beginning, I think it was Chris Pontius. They painted his dick like Godzilla. And so like they're going through this like little panorama of buildings and shit like that, and they're going through like it's a movie, and then all of a sudden fucking boom, this is big green wiener on the screen, and they're smashing on it and shit. Dude, I was laughing so hard. Oh my God. That movie's nuts.
Them boys. Them boys.
Love them.
Fucked up, man. All right, number 5. Let's say, who is the funniest fighter you've met in the BKFC? Funniest, backstage, hanging out, in the hotel. Who's that guy?
I've been knew him for a very long time already. I can't answer that. It's my brother.
Oh,
It's
your
your
brother,
brother?
really?
But my brother's like probably the funniest person I know on earth. Like real shit. He don't talk a lot. Like if you see him, he like this like stone cold, mean mugging motherfucker. But if you know him, then he is hilarious. But I'll say person I have met is Cody Vital.
Cody Vital. Okay. Yeah,
Dude.
he is quite the character.
Cody is no friend, bro. Like, no, you got to see him when there's no TV, there's no microphone, bro. Like, he is like funny as
Yeah,
hell.
he
Like,
is.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
great dude.
Did you see the after photos of his fight, man? Oh my God. The next day photos of him are just fucking brutal. It is crazy what his face looked like the next day. Crazy.
Talked to him after the fight. We both got home, and I talked to him on the phone. He's in great spirits, but like his face was pretty fucked up.
Whew. Yeah, he was swollen. Like his whole face was. He looked like he got stung by about 100 fucking bees.
Right? He looked Chinese. That's how bad it looked. I'm like, damn, bro, like
And
After the
and you
Simpson fight, his face was like that too. It got one side was like huge.
yeah, man, that
Yeah.
shit. That shit ain't.
Ouch.
And God bless him.
he's a beast, but you got to give Joe Creer props for the clinic that he put on. Like Joe Creer basically wrote the blueprint on how to fight a guy who is nothing but a come forward brawler. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way he was like circling out and hitting him, fucking different, changing the angles up and hitting him with those uppercuts and like throwing an uppercut, sliding to the right, hitting him with the body. Like Cody would adjust to it, then he'd pop him in the face again. It was just one-way traffic almost that whole fight. When you look at the judges' cards and see that one of the like, no offense to Cody, I rewatched the fight today. I don't know what round of that fight one of the judges gave one of the rounds to Cody, and maybe it was the last one because he was like, letting it all go, but he was still losing the round. I don't know, man. I thought it was a clean sweep by Creer for sure.
Hats off to both of them fighters. They went out there and did their thing.
Yeah, dude, that fight was Cody's a beast, but Creer did his thing and won. I just wonder where Cody fits into things after that fight in the division. Where's he going to go from there? That's the question here.
Yeah.
But Kyle, questions? Is there one more?
There's one more, and I think we already. I mean, basically, you can ask this question, Mike, but
no, somebody in the audience already asked it, right?
Yeah, this was the last question of our speed round. Go ahead, Mike.
It was dream opponent, any error, any weight class, but you know what? You kind of already said it.
Yeah,
He said, "Look,
that or
I said Lorenzo and Connor,
or Bruce Lee,
or Bruce Lee. How you go? What are you going to be if Bruce Lee's there and he's water? And what are you going to be?
I gotta be water too. Hey, man.
What the?
Hey, I know I would say rock or some crazy shit, but nah, like
No.
water can't beat that. Hey, what I do in the ring, you can't beat me.
Well, it looks to be that way so far in your career. Nobody's even come close. You did have that wild night with fucking Julian Lane. That was something else. But other than that one wild night with Julian Lane, you basically have controlled every one of the fights that you've been in so far out of 8 in the BKFC. And the future, like I said, is very, very bright for you, my friend. I can't wait to see what you do next. If it's Mundell, that thing is a BKFC fan's, wet dream right there. You fucking love those kind of fucking fights getting put together. So before we let you go tonight, any final words to anybody that's going to be paying attention, any fighters out there that you haven't let know that you're coming for them, or any shout out to your team or anything? This is your time.
First off, shout out, Guy, amen. Without him, we wouldn't be here, none of us. I'd like to thank my team, my coach, my manager, my brother, my parents, the fans, family, anybody who just stuck with me the whole time. I thank you guys for having me on tonight. And keep your eyes on Yaga. Every time I go in there, it's nothing but spark. It's nothing but magic. It's art. I'm art in motion. Just keep on watching, and I'm for sure I'm gonna help soon. So let's do it.
Love it, man. All right, Mike, what else you got for the Baba Yaga?
Okay, so one last thing from a fan, an extreme fan, I should say. The extreme BKFC fan, Russ Maxim, says he still eventually wants to see you against Trout. So maybe for his birthday, Russ's birthday, which is today, maybe you can give him that present one day, Say, you know what, Russ, this is for your birthday. Happy birthday, Russ.
First off, right to the rest. And I don't think Trout fighting me. I just knocked out the guy that dropped him. They had a very close fight, and I don't think Trout wants no part of me. So like, I would want to fight Trout too, but like when I went up in weight, he went down in weight. So what that tell y'all?
Oh, wow. Well, we'll have to ask him and see. So you think he's
There we
He's
go.
running. He sees you coming and he's running.
A lot of guys running. I heard some shit with Pay and Franco. I heard once one of them win, somebody's gonna go up in weight, somebody's gonna go down in weight. So what does that mean to do? Nobody want to fight me. Everybody's running. Like, but somebody got to get it. Like I said, it could be y'all. It could be Dave, Connor. Anybody can get it. I got to get somebody.
Damn. Now I'm a part of this? Holy shit. I thought I escaped. I thought I had escaped. I thought it was all about Kyle, but here we go. Now it's me. Damn.
Now, Mike,
I got looped in.
Mike, he'll put you under the table. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know what
right.
I'm talking
That'll be dead soon.
Oh gosh.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much. Go ahead, Bryce.
I say on the like being for real, I got to get Mundell next. It makes sense. Why not? We do it on December 11th. That'd be my fourth main event back to back, and it's our home. We both live in Florida or Florida. So let's do it. Why not? We'll probably sell that bitch out again. Let's do it. It makes sense.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense, man. That would be a great one. Hopefully we see it. Shit, we still got months to go. We could see it before the end of the year. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know because Mundell is fighting. But, hey, listen. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. You're a young guy, too, so you got a lot of time ahead of you, man. I see great things for your future. Thank you so much for coming on. Take care. And listen, just keep calling out those people. Get your name out there and go to those events because we need to see more of you.
Okay.
Everybody else, stay tuned because we'll be right back after this. Later, man.
Yes, sir, man. Be safe.
Later, Bryce.
August 29th, where? In Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. History will be made.
I am the king of bare knuckle fighting championship.
Welcome to BKFC. Harry Tigliani.
Knockdown number 2. That could be huge in this round. So, big right hand, left hand. Let's see how the Dallas England tries to go for the finish. Huge left hand on the stepping from Papa. Sean, he quickly. That is it. Beautiful body work done by Papa.
Well, hey, how are you? What's up? Kyle,
Listen,
there you go. You're there.
The
You're
more
muted.
we were, yeah. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
The more we were talking about, the more we were talking to him, and the more we were talking about fights making sense, and I do think that him and Mundell would be great. And if you look at the 175-pound division, yes, Bryce would be jumping guys in that top 5 to get a shot, but he's 8-0. You know what I mean? Like he's 8-0. He's 6'3", 80-inch reach, 25 years old, bright star on the rise. They could easily make that fight at 175. Everybody else in the 175-pound top 5. I mean, you got who you got in there? You got Cochran, you got Dakota Cochran, you got Gary Boletto, you have I think they're 4 and 5. You got Marcus Edwards.
Which
I'm
we
like,
haven't seen that for a while.
yeah, well, I'm thinking I
Drew
pull up the
Stuvey's
rankings.
in there for some reason still.
Drew Stuvey's in there for some reason. When you look at the
Mike Perry's in
rankings,
there. Johnny Garbarino.
Johnny Garbarino. Okay,
Boletto's
so
not in the top 5.
he was. If you went to the website, maybe they updated the website or something because he was like number 3 or 4 as of like 2 days ago.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. I was just looking at the rankings. But so you look at the he's not there anymore. So Edwards, Cochran, Stuvey, Perry Garbarino. I mean, the Perry fight's never going to happen, and I don't know if they're going to give Johnny Garbarino Mundell yet because of the strength of schedule up until his last fight. Yes, his last fight was a big name, but other than that, he hasn't fought the toughest of competition. Nothing to take away from anything that he's done, but Bryce Henry over here, he's on like he's on a rocket ship right now, and he just took out the number 165er. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't entertain the idea of making that fight. With that said, there was a guy that fought the other night on that card that we just got done talking about. Now, if they don't want to make Lorenzo Hunt versus Josh Dyer or Jared Warren, top 5, you're not going to see Jared. You're not going to see Cody Vidal because he just got beat by Creer. You're not going to see Jomi because he just got beat by Cody, who just got beat by Creer. Mike Richmond's retired. Somehow he's still number 5. Or did he retire again? I don't know.
No,
Mike,
he
we love
came
Mike,
back,
but I
and
think
then I don't think he officially retired again. I don't think so.
Okay, so Mike is still hanging around, but
He retired.
He went down to 170. But either way, he went to 175. He's not even a 185er anymore. He went down to 175. He even told us that he might consider 165. So it's like you look at the top 5. If they're not going to make Josh Dyer or Jared Warren versus Lorenzo Hunt, Joe Creer put on a fucking clinic the other night. And anybody that's going to take anything away from him for that is just an asshole. You got to look at the absolute precision and fucking like cerebral fucking way he picked apart Cody in that fight. I watched it again today, and my God, his footwork, his angles, his lateral movement, like everything that he did in that fight was just picture fucking perfect. And maybe it was just the perfect opponent for him to just display exactly how good of a boxer he is inside that square circle. But he's fucking nasty. Joe Creer is nasty. And
when he fought in Hawaii,
I don't see any reason why I don't
and beat the hell out of that dude too in his last fight.
Beat the hell out of him. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like he's on a run right now. He's on a run right now where he is showcasing his abilities in the squared circle. And I think that he is absolutely a top guy in that 185-pound division. And if they're not going to make him against Hunt for a title, give him Jared Warren or Josh Dyer. Give him one of those top 2 guys and make it a title eliminator, because I think he's earned that shot now. I don't know. I didn't 100% like feel that Friday night when we watched him dismantle Cody, and Cody is as tough as they fucking get, dude. That guy is just an absolute animal. But Creer, that night, I was just like, wow, he just did fucking work in there. He looked great. Wasn't thinking immediately he should get a title shot. But when I rewatched it and rewatched what he did and think about the run that he's on right now, I'm like, man, he also has an MMA victory over Lorenzo. So they have like a story, you know what I mean? They can make that fight.
Yeah. He's on a roll. He's on a run, and he's moving up in the rankings. So and when he fought Atchison back at Sturgis, even that fight, he comes up in weight. He's fighting this monster of a guy. He gets beat up a bit. You think he's going to be out of the fight. Nope, gets back up, fights the whole time. And then by the end of the fight, people in the crowd were like on their feet. They're like, oh my God, he's about to take this fight. He might win this fight. He might come back and take this fight. Atchison's getting tired, man. He's a big dude. He's put in a lot into that fight, and he was winning, Yeah. Creer was like, nah, man, not so fast. I'm going to try to come back and win this at the end. And he didn't get the win, but dude, there's a lot to be said for what he did in that fight.
And he's on a 4-fight win streak now, right? The last guy he lost to was Jared Warren. So if they're not going to give, if they're not going to entertain the idea of him versus Hunt, they should run back the Jared Warren fight and make that like a title eliminator, because they're both. Jared Warren has lived at the top 1 or 2 in that division forever,
Yeah.
and he's a former champion. Josh Dyer's a former champion. Like a career, and like you said, that Atchison fight, he wasn't even supposed to fight Atchison. He was supposed to fight somebody else, and they said Atchison lost his opponent. You lost your opponent. Can you fight this guy? And he said, fuck yeah. All right. Yeah, whatever. I'll go up to 205. And he went in there and he weighed in at like his walk around weight. And he fought a guy that looks like he cuts from 250 to 205. Like, I don't know how much Brian Atchison cuts, but he's no normal 205-pound guy. No way. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think when he steps in the ring at 205, he's more like 230. You know?
I remember at the first Sturgis, you were interviewing him and you guys were standing in front of the motorcycle and you were like 205 pounds or whatever it was. And he was 185, but he was like,
no, he was 205. No, he was 205.
Was he 205? 205.
Career,
and he was like a fucking half your body's height. Like he was just he would look like he was a foot and a half taller than you. but he weighed less than you or whatever. Yeah, it was insane. I was like, this is fucking
that's what I said. I was like, dude, okay. And that's what I remember saying that to him, actually. I was like, I'm no biology fucking expert. I'm no biologist here. But I don't know how the fuck I could be 5'9" and 210 pounds and you are 6'3", 205 pounds. And you know, we're standing next to each other. There's not a goddamn chance in hell that I am 5 pounds heavier than you. There's no fucking way. It doesn't make any sense.
Nuts. I have the pictures. It's crazy. The guy's huge. I don't even believe he's 6'3". I feel like he's like 6'5". He's not, but
exactly.
He just seems so big.
Yeah,
you're like, this dude's massive.
Exactly. And like just that brings it right back to career. Yes. Anthony says it in the comment section. Career is a problem right now. He is, dude. He's on a 4-fight demolition streak right now. And I can't wait to what I loved the most. I mean, okay, we'll finish up talking about Friday because we're gonna talk about Fenway a little bit and then we'll wrap up for the night because we gotta go to the weigh-ins tomorrow and we got the event this weekend. The event was fucking awesome. The girl fight ended unfortunately with the doctor stoppage. At the time of the doctor stoppage, her eye didn't seem all that bad, in my opinion. But I'm no doctor. You're no doctor. We didn't think it looked that bad. The blood wasn't pouring into her eyeball, so it wasn't messing with her vision or anything like that. But afterwards, when we saw her at the party, that thing was swollen shut.
Oh,
like you couldn't slip a credit card. You couldn't slip a freaking credit card in her eye. It was that shut. That was a cool fight. It was nice to see Chris Mutino make his debut because watching that fight back today, I was like, man, he looks very comfortable in the square circle. Like this is a perfect sport for this guy. He looked good in there. He didn't look like a debuter that was like nervous about what he's about to get himself into. He just looked really comfortable in this form of fighting, and I think Chris Mutino will be a good addition to the roster. And we talked to him after that fight, and he seemed like he was pretty much down for sure, right?
Oh yeah. He interviewed to come soon. He seems like he was into it, and he's going to continue to fight and make a run here before he decides to retire from fighting. So, yeah, interview will come out, and you'll see how he felt about that, about fighting in BKFC. And yeah, I think he's happy. He's happy here at BKFC to play out the rest of his career. You know, no more rolling around on the ground, no more jiu-jitsu and wrestling and shit. Just go out punching, which just seems like what he likes to do.
Yeah,
he seemed like a friggin'
and then
stone cold fucking silent. When I walked by him, I was recording everybody the night of the weigh-ins, and he was just like, didn't even acknowledge my existence as a human. He just was staring. He was zoned in. Guy's fucking zoned in. But a super nice guy. Then when we get to talk to him, he was super nice. So he's just like this.
Right. Yeah, Bowls, Beers, and Brawls says it right there. He says he looked good, and he showed his chin. Yes, he took a couple shots. I'm saying, I didn't like the way Mike Hernandez conducted himself afterwards. he got beat. It is what it is. Like, I don't know what was going on with that dude. Maybe he just doesn't like to lose, which nobody likes to lose, but you're a professional. You got to fucking kind of deal with that shit.
Yeah.
You could hear him when the cameras were in the ring after the fight. You could hear him in the background say, "Get that fucking camera out of my face." And then Mutino went over to like shake his hand and like, give him props for the fight. And he like fucking turned around and
Whoa.
stormed off all pissed off. And I was just like, oh, that wasn't a good look for that guy. But, and,
Yeah.
sometimes
The
in the heat of the
camera's
moment,
out of my face. Who says that? This is a reality
yeah,
show.
I mean,
Weird.
right. Get the camera. Yeah, Joey Gambino looked great in his second fight. I think 145 has another new really 145 has a ton of good fighters, dude. It is crazy. Joey Gambino's just another one. Add to the mix. Rico DeShula's fighting this weekend. Add him to the mix. It's like 145 is that division. You know what I mean? That's the one. Cito Navarro gets knocked down, takes the 8 count, pops up like he's getting shot out of a cannon, like he had the best freaking inner clock in his head, like he knew exactly when to stand up. Then he comes back, gets that win, and makes the call out. Had a little voice crack. I don't know if you heard they had a little voice crack there.
Yeah.
Cito.
I heard it.
He called himself out for it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh man, my voice
Okay.
cracked a little bit." What the fuck? But then he makes a really great. Yeah, he made a really good call out for Ryan Reber, and then Ryan happened to be right there, pops in the ring. They had themselves a little viral moment. I liked it, and I liked that fight. We'll see what happens there. And then there was one more that I want. Oh, no, the one that I just wanted to talk about real quick. We already talked about Bushaw, dude. We already talked about the main event, the co-main event, all that. I'm telling you right now, dude, that fight with Bushaw and Denning was fucking like what a back, and he gets knocked down once each of the first 2 rounds. He's down 2018 going into the fucking third, and or no, he's down 2016 going into the third. Yeah, and he goes out there and knocks Denning down three times in the third to tie it up going into the fourth. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, nuts. Man.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was so good. That fight was so fucking fun to watch. It was awesome. I loved it.
It was awesome. Those guys had fought 10 years earlier in MMA. We talked to Denning afterwards. I asked him, "Did you ever think that Brandon Bushaw's name would ever be presented in front of you ever again after losing a decade ago in an MMA fight?" Right. He said, "No, but when I heard the name, when I heard that I could fight him, I was excited and blah, 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 blah." He goes out and he gets the win. I got to give Brandon Bushaw props, man, and his whole family. The Bushaw brigade is fucking strong, and him and Gambino have like the biggest family backing out of like any of the fighters we've seen. Those two bring a lot of people to the arena, and Bushaw's dad's fucking awesome. He was there in the back with us, giving us some love, and we talked to Brandon after the fight, and he is like as professional as you could ever fucking get. He was not happy he lost. He was like, "Listen, you win some, you lose some. One thing is I went out there and I fought my fucking ass off, and I came back from being down, and I almost pulled it off, and I just couldn't." He's like, "I just fucking didn't keep my hands up in that last sequence. If I would have kept my hands up, I feel like I would have won that fight. But good for him. I had a blast in there, and I'm on to the next one." I'm like, fuck, this dude's awesome. And he came to the party afterwards.
Yes, he did. Yep. Yeah. Well, he was just not. The thing is, too, is you're talking about him, and then he goes off and starts talking about like Gambino and like how good he is and how good he can be and all. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about this guy. Like that's just the type of person he is. So yeah, man, what a friggin' time, and what a time it's going to be this weekend at fucking Fenway Park. Fenway Park. I can't wait to see what they do here. I can't wait to see everything that happens. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude,
Can you
you know
can you
what?
imagine?
There's 13 fights. Did do do we talk about that? There's 13 now. There's 12 on that. If you pull up the graphic, right? If you pull up the graphic, you'll see that one fight that has been promoted is not on that graphic, right?
Yeah,
The
so it's just
Shane
down to
Jordan
12.
fight.
Yes, it's down to
No,
12
but from
there.
what from what I'm understanding is that 13th fight is still going to happen. But it's going to be like it's going to
Like
be
the old
a dark match.
the Norfolk
The
guard.
Brian or the Norfolk. Yeah, with
Yep,
Brian Maxwell versus
dude.
yeah,
That one dude.
that guy that he killed. Yeah, whatever that guy's name was. It was but they're going to have one fight before the prelims start. So Shane Jordan is going to kick off the night with his fight. And then they're going to have the prelims after him. So Fenway Park's getting, from what I'm hearing, Fenway Park is getting 13 fights on Saturday,
Dude.
which is fucking insane.
Oh my God. It's gonna be so cool. So cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like with the ring in there. I saw a picture today that Dave Jr. posted, and it was a picture of the scoreboard out in the outfield there, and it said BKFC 92 on it. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. Like every little thing is going to be cool. All the little details that they'll put out, I'm going to try to catch it all because it's going to be so cool. I just know there's going to be things that they designed where it's like has to do with baseball and fighting, and they're going to throw it in. I'm sure there's going to be some baseball players there. I wonder if all the Red Sox will be there. Like that's another thing, like
They might be on the road. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the
yeah,
schedule to check they might be on the road, and that's the reason why
yeah,
they can have this. You know what I mean?
yeah, they could be. But it's going to be really
Yeah.
cool. I can't wait to see, what kind of stars show up, who's there, what cool interviews we're going to get, pictures that we're going to get. It's going to be a really, really, really fun time. Man.
The card's awesome too. It's yeah, and thank you, Anthony Yost. I forgot Dan Pettit from Connecticut, right? Dan Pettit is from Connecticut. He's fought on multiple cards. He's the one that he's stepping in. Shane Jordan's original opponent
Yes.
had pulled out, so
Yep.
Dan stepped in. So it's going to be Dan Pettit. He tried out at the New London tryouts in Connecticut, and that's when he got signed. And he's been with the company. Yeah, this card, dude. I mean, Cat Paprocki and Taylor Starling should be a 5-round war, right? That's one that it's going to be very reminiscent of the Shelby Cannon when Shelby Cannon and Taylor Starling fought out in Sturgis. Remember that?
Yep.
Cannon and Paprocki are very similar fighters, and you know how Taylor Starling fights every single time she goes out there.
Mhm.
That one right there could be a 5-round bloody war between those two girls. Rob Perez promised to knock out Guilherme Viana in 30 seconds today. Who
Opening up
knows
the
what
main
hell's-
card with that fight.
Right. Opening up the main card is
Dude.
the Wolf and Vienna.
I will not be
mean,
missing that fight.
No, that's crazy. But like then you got a bunch of Boston legends on there. Pat Massachusetts legends.
Right.
Casey, Rosa, DeShulo. It's Casey, Rosa, DeShulo, Barnett, and Lozon across the top row there are all fucking Massachusetts fight legends. Like everybody knows them and everybody loves them. So I would imagine Fenway Park is going to be pretty fucking packed to the hill with people that are rooting these boys on for sure.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And then Peter Barrett is there. And
Yeah.
dude, tonight everybody's going at Kai tonight in the freaking conference. He's yelling at Kai just like the last time, dude. Everybody, I feel like Kai, he's got this fight coming up, and then he's got like 15 fights afterwards. Nothing's changed for that guy since friggin' 4 years ago. It was the same thing, right? Every single person we talked to has always wanted to fight Kai. Every person.
It's
It doesn't
crazy, man.
matter if they're in his weight class or anything. They just fucking hate him. They just want to fight him, and he hasn't lost. He has not lost since. And that's kind of the thing too. Like, I get it. I get the shit talk thing. Like, why wouldn't you shit talk? You got to believe in yourself. We kind of talked about this earlier in the show. Like, of course, every fighter is going to say, like, I'm going to beat you. They're not going to say, like, you're going to kick my ass, probably, like, that's stupid, right? But when people like the conference, I love the back and forth stuff. And as much as you might think, like, someone might think that Kai is cringe because he can be very cringy, kind of, but he's got that persona and he's playing the heel, the king. He wins all the time. And when people talk shit to him, like he sucks. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't land. It never lands. And I don't know if people are realizing when they're doing it in the moment, like, oh, you're nothing, I'm going to fuck you up and this and that. And it's like, yeah, but he's undefeated. But he is undefeated, though. Well, you know what I mean? He is undefeated in bare knuckle. He is the champ. He has defended his title 5 fucking times. Like, everyone says it to him in the moment, because what else do you say? Like, I'm going to kick your ass. Like, that's what you're supposed to do in the fight. But he doesn't lose. So, like, to me, when I'm watching it, it's funny. But when they say that, I'm like, it just doesn't land for me, because it's like, well, he is the champ. Like, that's all there is to it. So it's very hard to throw those type of jabs to him, at him. It just doesn't work the right way. But everybody wants to fucking kill that guy. I can tell you that.
Right. He has no shortage of opponents. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 guys on this card. Maybe where's Charles Rosa fighting for? What weight class is he? I don't know.
Charles Rosa. I'll go back and look.
But like, just so, okay. So Joey Gambino is now here at 145. Rico DeShulo's at 145.
Featherweight.
Peter Barrett says, I don't fight at 145 anymore, but I want you to come up to 155 and fight me. Joe Lozon, what weight class are they having him fight? I should know these things, but Joe Lozon was a lighter fighter his whole career. Oh my God, he's fighting. They're fighting 165. Okay, so Joe's walking in there not cutting anything. He's just fucking straight out the gym and into the ring.
Shit, you want me to be on
Tony
your card?
Soto in
Absolutely.
the past has said I'm not cutting anything. Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. But DeShulo, Trey Martin, if DeShulo is to go out there and lose to Trey Martin, he moves to 3-0 against guys that everybody picked against him. You know what I mean? Like Trey Martin. You got Tony Soto at 155 pounds has been wanting to fight Kai Stewart for the longest time. In a nutshell, to sum this whole thing up, you're right. Kai has opponents for the next 2 years of his life. If win or lose on Saturday, he has 6 or 7 fights that he can line up for the next 6 or 7 for the next 2 years of his life. You're right. He is the guy that can stay more active than anybody on the entire roster because everybody wants his ass.
He'll never have to stop fighting. If he's ready to fight, he's always got somebody to fight. Always.
Yep. That's it. I mean, Brian El Gallo Duran still wants his get back with him. Like it's it's insane.
Non-stop. It's always been that way too. Even before he was checked. Everybody wanted
Glaziola wants it. You know what I mean? It's like he's got opponents for fucking years.
Everyone wants to fight him. Perdomo probably wants to fight him for whatever reason.
Yep. We have a big weekend ahead of us, Mike. I can't wait to head up there tomorrow, see everybody, Fenway Park. I can't wait to see how they have it set up. I can't wait to see how they do the weigh-ins. I don't know where they're going to do maybe we do know where they're going to do the weigh-ins, but the area around Fenway, for anybody that has never been to Fenway Park, it is surrounded by bars. It's surrounded by clubs. It's surrounded by awesome fucking shit that you can get into all night long. And I can't imagine that the after parties are not going to be wild on Lansdowne Street or anywhere around.
Awesome.
I
have the info. So tomorrow at 7 p.m., the BKFC 92 at Fenway Park, open to the public ceremonial weigh-ins are at the Aura Pavilion Club, which is the same place that they had the press conference in tonight. So it says Aura Pavilion Club, level 4. Enter at gate D as in Delta. D Delta. So,
Yeah.
7 o'clock it starts. So it's going to be great. We're going to be there. We will be there for the weigh-ins. We were not there obviously today for the conference. We had the podcast tonight. We didn't even know about the conference today till like yesterday. Or I actually didn't find out. I didn't even find out till this morning. But yeah, we'll be there. And then the fights on Saturday. Everybody wants to go to these friggin' fights. People that aren't even interested in fighting want to go to the fights. My wife wants to go to the fights.
Right.
She
It's
never
crazy.
wants to go to the fights. She doesn't hate the fights, but she doesn't ask to go ever. She
Hey,
wants to be at these ones.
given
Her friends want to be at this.
dude, giving some props to Christine Faria. My buddy Joel and his girl Kaylee, she's actually my cousin, and she's my second cousin. I always call her my cousin Kaylee.
Yeah.
Kaylee has gone to, I think, 2 events at the Mohegan Sun. Prior to the Mohegan Sun events, I don't know if she had ever watched, but she went to 2 events at Mohegan Sun, and she loved it. So she got into like, checking some stuff out, and she got into Christine Faria, right? She was like, oh man, this chick, she was like, my dad had a big picnic at his house on Saturday, and after our event on Friday night, I had a big picnic at my parents' house on Saturday, and I'm telling them about it. I'm like, yeah, man, we're going to be at Fenway next week. It's not far. There's tickets available. They sold a ton of tickets, but there's still some available. Go get a ticket and go see it. And I'm like, so they're like, who's on the card? And I start naming them. And as soon as I said Christine Faria, Kaylee was like, oh, shit, we should probably get some tickets then, because I want to see that girl fight live. And I'm like, she is the best of the best. And she's like, I know. And then she like looked over at Joel. She's like, if she's fighting at Fenway, we should go to Fenway. I was like, yeah, you should go to fucking Fenway. Come on, let's go. Come up there. So, a little tip of the cap to Christine Faria. You might have fucking brought a few people up there that weren't officially going to, originally going to go. But when I mentioned that she got put on the card and she's fighting this girl who's the queen of the streets, who knows what's going to happen there. She's like, yeah, I think we need to get up there. So everybody wants to come out to Fenway Park. Mike, I was thinking about doing our interviews. Where are we going to do our interviews? We should do our interviews with the fucking green monster right behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Right down on the field.
We'll find a great place tomorrow. Don't worry about that. We'll find one.
Oh, my God.
There's going to be lots of cool. Everywhere you go is going to be a cool interview, no matter where it is. So there's going to be all these different cool places. I'm sure.
Dude, if we do some post-fight interviews and the backdrop of that interview is the green monster, my goals have been complete.
Yep.
I'll retire tomorrow. Just kidding.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, let's say thank you to Bryce Henry for coming on here. Good luck to him in everything that's coming up in his future. The future is definitely bright for that kid. I can't wait to see what they do with him next. Thank you to Comics Roadhouse for letting us host the after party at your club the other night. It was fantastic. I look forward to doing that for every single Mohegan Sun card from this point on. Thank you to the Fight Don for helping us host it, and thank you to everybody that came out to the event and came to the party. I think everybody had a good time. Britton Hart got on the bull. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And everybody get your asses to Boston, because Mike and I will be there and we'll hang out. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy. Let's do it.
With that said, you got anything else for the people tonight? Shout out, let's go, boy.
I got the shout out, let's go, boy. Fenway Park, first legally sanctioned bare knuckle fight in Massachusetts state history. Let's go. And it's at Fenway Park. And this is great because they're open at Fenway Park, which is wonderful. But what we're overlooking, or not overlooking, but we haven't really touched on, is that means now they're going to start coming to freaking Boston to do fights after this. I don't know where they're going to go, but that's it. Here's another state that's open that they're going to be throwing fights at regularly. So Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Philadelphia, all in this area. New York's next, baby. New York is next. New York's the only place up here in the Northeast that they haven't really conquered. I mean, yeah, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, but they're not going to really fall into those. If they do like a Fight Club type thing, those might be better for those types of areas, smaller regional scene stuff. But right now, New York's the only like Northeastern area that they need to friggin' take. And then there's, listen, they're going to be up here 5 to 10 times a year up in the Northeast. Let's go, man. I love that. I love it. There's so many fighters up here
Music
that need
to
to
my
start
ears.
getting into this. So let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Shout out, let's go, boy. We'll see you at Fenway Park, and keep a lookout for some more interviews from this past weekend because they'll be coming out soon. Kyle, I'm done, buddy.